Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has charged the 10 newly appointed judges to uphold the rule of law, not the rule of men. He urged them not to be biased in discharging their duties. The governor gave the charge at Muhammadu Buhari Civic Center, Lokoja, the state capital, during the swearing-in ceremony of the appointed judges of the High Court, Sharia Court, and Customary Court. Governor Ododo promised not to interfere in their affairs and to discharge their duties. Our reporter tells us more.
Honorable Muhammad do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God.
After the oath was taken, Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo charged them and other judicial stakeholders to uphold the tenets of being men and women on the bench, emphasizing that the people of Kogi State are looking up to them to uphold the rule of law at all times. The governor charged the newly judges across the board to be of good conduct and unquestionably character, who have justified their appointment. Hence, his government is collectively responsible to ensure that the rules of the judiciary will not be hindered. He expressed his administration's commitment to give the judiciary the freedom to function and ensure societal stability will not be in any way interferes with their decisions.
The judiciary owes the society an obligation to be just and fair. The judiciary trusted by the people will promote peace and security. An unjust judiciary is a recipe for anarchy and chaos. As the chief priest in the temple of justice, I urge you all to uphold the tenets that set you apart as honorable men and women of the bench. Every Kogi is looking up to you to uphold the rule of law over the rule of men. We must be constantly reminded of our professional mandate to dispense justice to all without bias. The judges we sworn in just now today are men and women of impeccable character and unquestionable integrity, who have justified their qualification for such a good responsibility. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that the eye of justice doesn't go blind.
Ododo guarantees security as well as that of their family members, vowing that his government will not shy away from providing the necessity of protecting the lives and livelihood of the citizenry.
As your chief servant, I shall not interfere in your decision. My interest is a Kogi where every Kogi has access to justice and is treated fairly and with a sense of equity. As a part of our commitment to entrench a judiciary that is insulated against corruption, our administration will continue to provide the necessary working logistics and the right environment for our judges. For us, it is no favor, but a responsibility to protect the independence and sanctity of the temple of justice.
The Chief Judge of Kogi State, Justice Josiah Majabi, in his remarks said the event was significant in the judicial antecedents of the state. It was the first outing of the Governor Ododo-led administration within the judiciary sector and the first time in the history that 10 judges will be sworn in on the same day. The Chief Judge commended the immense contribution of the immediate past Governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, who initiated the process. While the Kogi Chief Judge extended his congratulations to the new judges of the state, he reminded them that their new offices place a duty on them to maintain the integrity and sanctity of the judicial arm.
The office of a judge is a sacred one that is revered and respected, and therefore places a duty on you to maintain the integrity and sanctity of the office above all other considerations. Your lordships must remember always that justice is one of the attributes of God which you are called upon to administer for men. Therefore, you must deal fairly with litigants, recognizing the equality and dignity of all. You must ensure that every person is treated accordingly to the same standards and with the same respect, regardless of class, religion, race, ethnicity, nationality, gender, or any other social category. I urge you to uphold justice, equity, fairness, and the rule of law in the discharge of your responsibilities as judges. Your Excellency, sir, I want to conclude by saying, let me at this juncture appreciate your leadership style since you assumed office as the Executive Governor of our dear state, which is hinged on fairness, equity, and inclusiveness. Let me also congratulate you on the appointment of Honorable Justice R.O. Ayola and Honorable Justice E. Eneche as the Justices of the Court of Appeal, and also Honorable Justice Mariam E. Yusuf Daibu as Judge of the Federal Capital Territory High Court. All appointed recently and most significantly in your time as Governor of their state, Kogi State. Your Excellency, I wish you more wins. I have to say this because your performance so far is hinged on what can be described as judicial attribute. That's why I'm using this time to declare it as such.
Justice Majabi also pointed out that the judges must be wary of the new trend of social media, odems, which seems to be the order of the day, but rather stick principally to the rule of law and principles of the fairness, equity, and justice. While he commended the governor for reflecting adherence strongly to the principles of fairness, equity, and inclusiveness, he admonished him to continue to lead the state in such direction, while promising the cooperation of the judicial arm in connectivity to move the Kogi State forward.
You should be guided and abide by your oath of office, judicial oath, and code of conduct for judicial officers. You should remain resolute and undaunted when your decisions are subjected to social media trial, which is the order of the day. To the legal practitioners, I enjoin you to maintain high standards of professional conduct and portray the legal profession in good light.
While reading out the dissertation of the 10 newly sworn-in judiciary officials, the Secretary to the State Government of Kogi State, Dr. Folashade Ayoade, appreciated Governor for being sensitive to gender balances, even in the appointment of judges.
3 of them are women. They are women. I want to say, Your Excellency, sir.
Earlier in his welcome remarks, the State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Muiz Abdullahi, stated that the Kogi State Judiciary mounts into the administration of Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has witnessed several good omens, ranging from appointment of illustrious sons and daughters of the state into the higher judiciary roles in the country. He noted that on the part of the government of Kogi State, all that was required for the state judiciary arms to perform ultimately has been provided, acknowledging that although there was a room for improvements.
Let me assure you that as a homegrown Attorney General, I know your challenges. I want to encourage you and state that the government is committed to your welfare, and with time, most of your challenges will be a thing of the past. I know my principal is dedicated to the welfare of all members of the judiciary as he is to the welfare of all Kogans. I must at this stage re-emphasize the importance of the judiciary and indeed the working legal system. This is core in view of the commitment of the administration of His Excellency Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo to tackling insecurity and all manner of social vices in our dear Kogi State. There is therefore no gainsaying that the judiciary needs to up to its task and be seen to dispense justice at all times.
As earlier stated, 4 judges, namely Ajasola Joseph Sunday, Badamas Kadri, Ojoma Rachel Haruna, and Isoma Beatrice Ada, were sworn in as judges of the High Court, while 5 cadis, including Mohammed Bello Mohammed, Yakubu Ada Benege, Okino Isa Shaidu, Idris Alaje Abdullahi, and Shaibu Rawa Aliu were sworn into the State Sharia Court. Mariam Ozohar Otaru was sworn in as the judge, Customary Court of Appeal, Kogi State. The highlight of the event was the distribution of cars to the newly appointed judges of the judiciary. I am Faith Abdul Ghaffar reporting for MSC TV.